Before we begin, here's a disclaimer. This episode will contain some points of subject matter that may be sensitive to some viewers. If you wish to watch this video, please proceed with caution. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, my angels. It's me, Lord Nicolina, and welcome back to Angel Rise. There are a few things I would like to announce before this episode officially begins. Number 1. Like I did with Halloween, I'm gonna make 2 Christmas-themed Angel Rise episodes. The first one will be coming out next week, while the second one will be coming out the following week. The topics for those I have decided on, but I won't reveal what they are until the episodes themselves come out. Speaking of Christmas, this leads me to thing number 2, that being Christmas poems. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing Christmas poems, as at the time I'm recording this, I'm debating over what to base them on specifically. But if they do happen, you'll see them. And the last thing I would like to talk about is that for every 5 episodes of Angel Rise that are made from here on out, a compilation video of them will come out. So this episode, along with episodes 21, 22, 23, and 24, will be in a compilation video which will be released sometime this week. So stay tuned for that. And with that being said, let's get on to the topic of this episode. One of the biggest topics in the world that has come up over the last decade is how we identify ourselves. More specifically, gender identity, and what kind of people we are attracted to. For me, in real life, I am a straight male and fit into my own square. But my OCs tell a different story. So for this episode, I will be talking about the gender identity of my OCs, as well as who they are attracted to, and how it came to be. It started back in 2017 when my love for the Super Mario princesses took off. Especially for Rosalina, who is my favorite of the 3. For a few years, I loved Rosalina so much that I would even come up with a name combination for both her and I. That being, as you may have surmised, was Nicolina. That name would no question come back to me when I decided that I would make an OC representation of myself. And on March 17th, 2020, that's exactly what I did. I created my first OC, which was no doubt Nicolina. And my creation of him was the beginning of this remarkable journey. About 2 months into this journey, I became accustomed to the fact that Nicolina was the true representation of myself. That's when I first learned about his identity, which I originally classified as a male-female mix. Based on that, I gave him an alternating male-female voice and some of the features that I had, which included my freckles, my beard, and a male genitalia. But I also kept feminine features on him to fully emphasize his character. More OCs came along the way as well. Most notably Nick Helena on June 11th, 2020, Nickel Daisy on March 11th, 2021, and Nickel Peach on June 16th, 2021. And they followed in Nicolina's footsteps in how they spoke and looked. Based on that, my OCs are intersex. Then came the next part of the journey. Who were my OCs to love? When I started creating my OCs, I never considered who they should be attracted to. as during the first year and a bit of Nicolina's existence, I didn't have a lot of confidence with being in a romantic relationship, not even with my OCs. That was further proved when I was abused, which I mentioned back in episode 14 of Angel Rise. To put it simply for those who don't know about it, a blue Luigi OC by the name of Texic begged for a romance with Nicolina on the basis of him believing that she was a straight female, only for me to separate Nicolina from him 6 months in, when I realized how much of a jerk Texic was. I'll admit, believing someone is one thing based on how they look when they're really another thing is absolutely wrong. And that was a trap that Nicolina and I were in. However, there was hope with whom my OCs should be attracted to. That hope came on April 16th, 2021. It was over a month after I created OniDeji, in which my dear friend Kestrel came in with their Peach OC, Kestra Peach, originally known as Peachstrel, and created a romance between the two of them. I was initially shocked at first, but I came to realize this was a major point in Kestrel and I's friendship, and later on, it would become a major point in the history of my OCs and who they are attracted to. 2 weeks after this happened, I officially had OniDeji tie the knot with Kestra Peach. No questions asked, the seeds of my OC's romantic attachment discovery were planted right there. I had gained some confidence that having a romance was not so bad thanks to the OniDeji x Kestra Peach ship, even if it was just between OCs. But the same cannot be said for Nicolina and Nico Peach. I was determined to keep them single because of my abuse. But that changed 5 months after my abuse ended, when I asked Kestrel if Nicolina could have a romance with their OC Kestrelina, which she accepted. Little did I know, this OC romance would lead me further to what I was looking for. As time went on, and the OC romances I had developed, I became not only understanding of who my OCs were attracted to, but who I was attracted to. I was attracted to women, even those who were part of the LGBTQ community. And the same can be said for my OCs. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, I'm straight in real life. As for my OCs, it's clear that they are lesbians. By May 2022, I was only aware of the terms intersex and lesbian, which fitted my OCs very well. But what about male-female mix? Did that fit in with the term intersex? Well, a little bit. An intersex person is an individual born with any sex characteristics, including a genitalia, that are not common with male or female bodies. So in some ways, yes, intersex can have a meaning with a male-female mix. But the true definition for that, I would discover on May 20th, 2022. Since I only knew the intersex and lesbian definitions, I decided to mix the two to come up with the name interlesbian, even making my own custom pride flag in the process to represent it. I'll show it on the screen right here. Not long after I originally shared it though, Kestrel chimed in and shared what she thought my OCs identified as. From what I described when I used the term interlesbian, Kestrel saw my OCs as bigender, a term I've never thought of before. And its definition fit under the belief of a male-female mix. To be specific, bigender means that someone identifies both as male and female. And my OCs were right up that alleyway. The term I came up with, interlesbian, I no longer needed. The equation was truly complete thanks to the chat with Kestrel. My OCs officially identify as bigender, intersex, and lesbian. As for their pronouns, they are as follows: he, she, and him. It started with creating Nicolina. Second, I made him the representation of myself. Third, I created my other OCs and made them exactly like Nicolina. Then, 2 OC romances. And finally, 1 chat with Kestrel to unravel the truth. Add all those up, and you've got the angelic identity. That's all for this episode, everyone. I'll admit, my OCs have quite the outline for themselves. And it is because of my desire to make a representation for myself, plus Kestrel's input, that my OCs identify the way they do. If you enjoyed this episode, definitely feel free to leave a like and share this with your loved ones. Spread the word about Angel Rise. For those of you who are new and would like to join this journey of mine, then please feel free to subscribe to join the blue and white Angel Brethren today. And click on the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I release new content. And check out my other videos too. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Angel Rise. I hope you all have a great day or night whenever you are watching this. And until we meet again, my name is Lord Nicolina. Be strong, stay positive, and as always, God bless.